They say a mother's love is like a candle. It shines quietly, giving light through life's darkest moments. But what if that light starts burning everything around it? This is the story of Mama Kudi, a woman who chased money and lost everything that truly mattered. In the heart of Iyana Oworo, Lagos, there was a popular buka known as Kudi's Corner. The aroma of amala, gbegiri, and pepper soup always drew a crowd. The woman behind the pots, Mama Kudi, was a strong, sharp-tongued single mother of three girls. Her husband had abandoned her when the children were still small. Her daughters, Zino, the eldest, calm and respectful, dreamed of being a doctor. Tari, bold, smart and outspoken, wanted to study law. Lara, the youngest, still in secondary school, sharp-eyed and quiet. Everyone knew Mama Kudi was hardworking, but what they didn't know was that she had another kind of menu, a secret service for rich male customers. She lured her two eldest daughters into it because big men were offering thousands of naira. To Mama Kudi, it was no big deal. Her mindset was simple. I cannot suffer. She didn't see anything wrong in her daughters being with multiple men, as long as money kept flowing in. In fact, she loved money so much that if any man called her directly, she too was willing to accept the deal. At night, her elder daughters were sent out to entertain men for cash. When Zino and Tari finished their WAEC, they approached their mother. Mama, we want to go to university, Zino said. We're not comfortable with what you're asking us to do, Tari added. We can help in the kitchen, serve customers, clean the shop, but not sell our bodies. Mama Kudi flared up. So you want to eat my food and wear my clothes, but you don't want to work? Your father left me with nothing. I trained you in secondary school. Is that not enough? Even though Mama Kudi knew deep down that what she was doing was wrong, destroying her children's future, she kept pushing forward. In her mind, the plan was simple. Let her own daughters start first, attract more rich men to the shop, and then she would begin recruiting other girls for the business. Just a little more time, she kept telling herself. Let my girls open the door. The rest will follow. From that day, she started punishing them silently, giving them no money, no proper food. Eventually, tired and broken, the girls gave in. The business boomed. Every night Zino and Tari came back with big cash. Mama Kudi would laugh joyfully while counting the money. My daughters are sharp. I'm saving this money for you people. Don't worry. Your future is secure. But the girls knew they were dying inside. Still, they didn't want to disobey their mother. She was all they had. And to be honest, the money helped. They could pay bills, wear fine clothes, and live better than most girls their age. Lara, the youngest, kept watching in silence. One night, she whispered to her sisters, I will never do this, no matter what happens. She tried to convince them to stop, but Zino and Tari were already used to the fast money. Deep down, they knew this life wasn't right, but they were too afraid to leave. Where would they go? Who would take them in? Mama Kudi overheard Lara's words and shouted, Lara, shut up your mouth. Are you not eating rice and chicken in this house? Do you think it's from heaven? When you finish secondary school, you too will join them. That night, long after the buka had closed and silence had fallen over the street, Mama Kudi sat alone under the faint glow of a dangling bulb. Her headscarf hung loosely around her shoulders, and she was counting the day's earnings with tired eyes. As her fingers brushed over a torn naira note, she froze, her gaze fixed on the note as a wave of memory crashed over her. Years ago, the rain had poured like judgment from the sky. A younger Kudi sat shivering at the back of a closed shop, her wrapper soaked through. On her back, a baby wailed, tied securely with a faded scarf. Gibenga, You said we'll build a future together, she whispered, her voice shaking. You said you'd never leave me. A man, slim and weary, walked away into the storm, dragging a small bag. She rushed after him, her bare feet slapping the wet concrete. You're leaving me with nothing? What will I feed your daughters? He didn't turn around, not once. A stranger, sheltering under a kiosk nearby, scoffed and spat. This woman gives birth the most, always dragging children into suffering. Back in the present, Mama Kudi blinked away a tear. Her face hardened. She pushed the torn note aside, locked the cash into a small wooden drawer, and whispered to herself, no daughter of mine will suffer like me, even if it means doing what must be done. Outside the buka, Iya gossiped loud enough for all to hear. Selling meat by day, selling body by night. Customers laughed. Omo doctor, I been a lawyer. You won't go school with waiting, a shower scholarship. Zeno ran inside crying. Mama, they're talking about us outside. Let them talk. Does gossip pay rent? Mama Kudi scoffed. Tari returned home one night, bruised and terrified. He locked the door. I screamed, but Mama Kudi barely blinked. At least he paid. Zeno snapped. Mama, she could have died. Better bruised and paid than bruised and broke, Mama replied coldly. One evening, a black jeep parked. A tall, wealthy man focused on Tari. He handed her an envelope. Tomorrow night, I'll come for the real service. Mama Kudi's eyes sparkled. Do anything he asks. If we lock this man down, we're set for life. Mama, I don't feel good about this, Tari whispered. Peace will not pay rent, you're going, and that's final. Tari got home and burst into tears. Her body was tired, but her soul felt worse. She couldn't shake the feeling that something terrible was waiting just around the corner. Mama, I don't feel right, she whispered through sobs. Before Mama Kudi could respond, Zeno walked in quietly. Her eyes were red, her hands shaking. Mama, I think I'm pregnant. For a moment the room froze. Then Mama Kudi shouted, Pregnant! You better remove it quietly. I don't want to hear any nonsense. Zeno just stood there, heartbroken. As she turned and walked out of the house, her tears came harder. In her mind, one question echoed over and over. What kind of mother wants her own child to face this kind of pain? She stepped into the darkness outside, not knowing where she was going, only that she couldn't stay. That night, the rich man picked up Tari. Mama Kudi waved like sending her to paradise. The next morning, the hospital called. Madam, your daughter is dead. Before she could react, another call came. A body had been dumped near the station. It was Tari. Ritual killing, they said. Mama Kudi ran to the station screaming, Arrest me! Now me kill them. I sell my pikin for rice and chicken. Lara, eyes full of tears. I warned you, Mama. There are better ways. Mama Kudi knelt at her feet. Forgive me, my daughter. I just didn't know this is how it would end. Mama Kudi shut down Kudi's corner. She used the remaining money to send Lara to school. Lara became a social worker, helping girls like her sisters. She told a story. My mother sold my sisters for survival, but pain doesn't have to be your ending. Mama Kudi now lives quietly in a small flat. On every birthday, she lights 2 candles for Zeno and Tari, and she cries. Moral of the story: no profit is worth the price of a child. When money becomes louder than love, a mother forgets how to be a mother. Poverty is not a license for wickedness. There's always another way.